What was the most romantic or memorable thing you remember doing to your wife, Miss Heart Evangelista?
Hindi mo kailangan buhusan ng kahit sinong babae para lang ma-impress. Minsan yung mga simpleng bagay na hindi po nila natitikman o nararanasan.
And what are the 3 qualities that you like about Miss Heart Evangelista?
Hindi siya papasok sa politika kahit kailanman. Yun ang usapan namin bago kami kinasal. Ako rin hindi papasok sa showbiz kahit kailan. Kahit hindi ako qualified naman, kunwari na.
Si Sir Chiz, meron din Balik Alindog program niya, version niya.
Para yung trabaho ko lang dito, habang naka-lockdown, habang tigil ang buhay, habang hindi normal ang buhay, habang hindi tayo nakikita-kita, let's make the most out of this time to make a better version of ourselves. We're making the most out of our time to make Sorsogon a better version of itself once the world reopens. The same is true with us, I guess. Para pag nakita kayo, ikaw ba yan? Anyari? Di ba?
At least you didn't gain weight unlike other people really gained weight during this pandemic, no, Sir Chiz?
Actually, I lost 10 pounds. I lost 10 pounds.
That's good. Let's talk about your family this time around naman, no, Gov Chiz. Your wife, no, what was the most romantic or memorable thing you remember doing to your wife, Miss Heart Evangelista?
Well, romantic and memorable for her because it was different. It was part of my daily grind at that time. Our second date, I think, it was our second date. She happens to mention that she hasn't ridden a jeep, so pinarado ko yung kotse malapit sa lumang bahay namin sa may Kitanlat, sa Welcome Matonda. Nirentahan ko yung jeep at umikot kami papuntang UP. Daan ng Quezon Avenue, ikot sa Quezon Memorial, ikot sa Academic Oval. And we ended up eating at the Kowloon ng Lumpiang Shanghai.
What was her reaction nung sinakay mo siya sa jeep?
She was like a kid, amazed at a new experience which she never did. Only hearing stories about her. So, guys, payo, hindi mo kailangan buhusan ng kahit sinong babae para lang ma-impress. Minsan yung mga simpleng bagay na hindi po nila natitikman o nararanasan ang mas makakapagpabighani sa kanya sa'yo.
Yeah, nice tip yan para dun sa mga kalalakihan natin, no? But then again, what are the 3 qualities that you like about Miss Heart Evangelista?
She's very honest, and she's very loyal. And she sees things like a young person would. Meaning it would be all new to her. And it makes me see things or give things a second look as well. Yung normal at ordinaryo sa akin, papabigil tuloy ako. Yung ordinaryo sa akin o sa paningin ko, sa karanasan ko, pag naranasan din niya na parang lumiliwanag yung mata niya sa ganda o sa sarap o sa nararanasan niya, it makes me experience it all over again, but in a different light. That's what never ceases to amaze me with respect to her because she was quite sheltered when she was being brought up.
Yes. Would you know the characteristics Miss Heart Evangelista loves about you? It's the other way around naman.
Let me see. Not in this order. One would be being stable and set in my ways, in a good way.
Yes.
Meaning to say I'm very predictable and she knows exactly what to expect. 2 would be the fact that I am older. It's actually a positive thing too, guys and girls, because I am not one to experiment or even gallivant or be disloyal simply because I've been there and I've done that. Not the disloyal necessary part, but I've experienced life already. And given that nothing is new to me anymore, I don't experiment anymore either. 3rd would be, I guess that we learn from each other. She comes from showbiz, which I know very little about. I come from politics and government, which she knows very little about. And we will keep it that way. Hindi siya papasok sa politika kahit kailanman. Yun ang usapan namin bago kami kinasal. Ako rin hindi papasok sa showbiz kahit kailan. Kahit hindi ako qualified naman, kunwari na. For the simple reason that the chemistry works better that way. Hindi yung parang pareho kayong nasa politika, tapos pag
Yes.
uwi ninyong dalawa, yung kaaway mo, kaaway din
You
niya.
will
Pag ganyan ang
clash.
ulo, ganyan ang
Yes.
ulo niya. O pareho kayo nasa showbiz, yung intriga, pag-aawayan nyo sa loob pa ng bahay, papaabutin nyo ron. It's nice because
Mm-hmm.
at least when she comes home, she gets to make me see a world that I haven't experienced nor have I seen. At pag may
Mm-hmm.
problema siya, bihira naman na may problema din ako sa mundo ko. And we get to exchange ideas and experiences as well. So it's nothing boring at all. Nothing that would make it everyday life. Each and
Mm-hmm.
every encounter, each and every time we see each other, especially after a long period of time, would be a good experience in learning from each other and sharing each other's experiences sa isa't isa.
Mm-hmm. Can you remember the best gift you gave to her and the best gift she has given to you as well?
Best gift. Let me see. The best gift for me, and not necessarily
Mm-hmm,
for her,
mm-hmm,
my point of view, would be the engagement ring I got for her, which came from my mom.
okay.
Kasi mahirap gawin yun. Kumuha ng alahas sa nanay ko. The best
Nagpaalam
gift
po ba kayo sa mother nyo?
siyempre naman,
Akala ko yun.
nandun siya nung nag-propose ako. Hindi ko naman kinulimbat lang, ang ninakaw. Um, the best gift she has ever given me would be this expensive watch that I cannot afford, which she clearly can, and gave it to me on one of our anniversaries.
Okay, okay. How do you handle intrigues about her? Kinakausap niyo po ba siya kapag may mga ganon?
Example, na-link siya sa ibang lalaki, anong klaseng intriga ba pinag-uusapan natin? Or
Yeah. For example,
pinabasa sa
like
social
that.
media?
Yes. For example, nalik siya sa ibang co-actor niya. So how do you handle those news?
Well, it hasn't happened. As I said,
Okay.
one of her qualities would be loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't actually happened. She's very careful about that. She's very careful about giving the vibe or the impression. So that has never been an issue. Yung pang-apat siguro na gusto rin niya na minsan pinaka-hate din niya is the fact that I am not a jealous person.
That's good.
I'm not confident, but I'm relatively secure. Also because of who and what she is. So hindi namin pinag-aawayan yon. Ang girls, hindi lang isang bentahe na mas matanda ang boyfriend o asawa. Kasi hindi nyo kailangan pag-awayan yung mga maliliit na bagay na wala namang katuturan at walang kabuluhan.
Ang daming tips niya, Governor Chiz Escudero, no? For the lovers out there. Let's go now into your kids naman, no? Kamusta po sila ngayon in Sorsogon right now? What grade na po itong kambal niyo?
They're in grade 9, 13 years old. Ang problema ko lang, magkaiba yung school year nila kasi parang international schedule yung isa regular schedule. So yung bakasyon nila hindi nagkakasabay. My daughter is into the arts. She's learning how to play the guitar now and she really draws well and she knows, nahihiya lang siya mag-TikTok pero she dances really well too. My son is into sports. In fact, he's more athletic than I am or I have ever been. He plays basketball every day, does weight training 3 times a week. And you can find him early in the morning as soon as he wakes up, basically just walking around or riding a bike just to keep active. When I taught him how to do the jump rope, he would do 3,000 or 5,000 jumps in one
Wow.
sitting. Tinuruan ko siya mag-double under, mag-crossover. In fairness sa kanya, in one fell swoop, nagawa niya lahat yon in a few days. So they prefer to be in the province. Kaysa nasa Maynila, na nakakulong lang sa kwarto, nasa iPad lang o nanonood ng TV, mas maganda rito kahit pa paano naaarawan sila at nakakapunta pa sa beach.
Is there any routine that you do with your children? Like every morning or every evening, binabasahan niyo ba sila ng books? May mga ganong routine po ba kayo?
Nung bata sila, I would always read them books. I would always lead them in prayer before they slept. Pero ngayong 13, mahirap nang gawin yon. Minsan nga ayaw na akong halikan eh. Minsan nga kailangan mo pang sabihin yakapin ka eh. Para may konting hiya na sila. Para ako din naman yan lumalaki. I remember when I was when they were growing up and they started studying. Actually, literally, naluha ako nung biglang binigyan ko ng libro at sabi ko, ikaw naman magbasa kay daddy at saka kay ate or kay kuya, whatever. Um, that they actually knew how to read already. That henceforth, I would no longer be able or need to read to them because they can do it by themselves. So, nung simula, binigyan ko sila, sorry, generation ko yun, ng Hardy Boys at saka Nancy Drew ng mga libro. I bought the complete set so that they had their own set of books to read, if only to encourage them to read at a young age. In fairness, natapos naman nila. Tapos yung anak ko lalaki, tinuloy niya hanggang Harry Potter. And then my daughter found out that she's more into the arts. So she would draw instead of reading. But my son continued with that habit.
Okay. Sir, iba naman tayo, change topic naman tayo, no? If you were into politics right now, we're not into politics right now, what do you think will you be doing?
I would be teaching. My job before I entered politics. I would go back to teaching. In fact, anytime I retire from politics, if UP will still have me or any school will have me, I would go back to teaching. Either law or political science. Kung ano man yung natapos ko, babalikan ko din naman uli yun. I like teaching for two reasons. One, you cannot actually put into words how happy it makes a teacher to see a face light up inside the classroom that they actually learned something new. Hindi mo rin kayang bilhin ng pera pag nakikita mo yung estudyante mo sa labas at kasama niya yung boyfriend, girlfriend, nanay, tatay, lolo, lola, and they're proud to introduce you as their teacher in a mall or in a grocery store. Para sa akin, that often by itself is more than compensation enough to put me back inside the classroom.
Okay, let's talk about the COVID cases naman, no? Gov Chiz, no? Are you satisfied dito sa COVID-19 response ngayon ng government natin? And what do you think are the measures that can still be done by the government?
Definitely not. There are so many issues, and I have called for the resignation or removal or termination of Secretary Duque several times already, especially given the latest COA report, which she hasn't answered up to now. But then again, it's a work in progress. Why? Wala namang eskwelahan na nagturo kung paano rumesponde sa pandemic tulad nito. Lahat ng may karanasan sa pandemic noong 1920s, matagal nang nilibing at patay na. So lahat tayo nag-aaral, lahat tayo nag-eksperimento, lahat tayo tinitingnan kung ano nga ba yung dapat at pwede pang gawin. But what I fault the pandemic response with is the fact that they don't really do any research. They just stick to what they have right now, like what we have right now, yung lockdown mentality. Tumaas ang kaso, lockdown. Granular, buong bansa, buong probinsya, buong riyon. They should study. I'm not asking them to invent or reinvent the wheel. They can just simply copy what other countries are doing and make it adapt to what we need here. Example, in Italy, they have had, I think, a 5-month-long lockdown, but only on weekends. On weekends, only tourists, those who are not from Italy, and those working in the tourism sector are allowed to go out of their houses. Lockdown, all the rest. Weekend naman talaga di ba? Ano, wala lang, hindi sila makakapunta sa park. Monday to Friday, everybody is free to move around, work, and earn money para tumutuloy na umikot yung ekonomiya nila. At least nabawasan nila, if only by 25% yung movement ng tao. Sa France, binuksan na nila yung pagpapabakuna. Wala na silang A1, A2, A3, A4. Lahat ng gusto magpabakuna, binakunahan na nila. And then they came up with rule that said, those who are fully vaccinated are free to leave their houses, work, and do whatever it is they want. Those who are not yet vaccinated cannot go to the mall nor ride a bus, a train, or a plane. In the United States, in Singapore, they don't practice lockdowns anymore. They just have very strong testing. They just have very strong contact tracing, and they mandate following minimum health standards. So ito at marami pang ibang mga strategiya. Ang sana tinitingnan nila, hindi yung kami pa. For example, this is just an example, Rita. Ivermectin is being used as a cure already in Indonesia, in Malaysia, in Japan, in New Zealand, in Australia, and in the United States. Tingin mo ba mas magaling yung FDA natin kaysa sa FDA ng Amerika, ng Japan, ng New Zealand, ng Australia?
Of course not. Yeah.
Malamang hindi. With the WHO, bakit kailangan aprubahan pa ng FDA ng kada bansa yung bakuna? Pinaprubahan na yan, di ba? Sana meron treating pasukan ng mga bansa na kapag may pandemya, hindi na kailangan dumaan sa proseso ng approval basta na-aprubahan na yan ng ilang mga bansa. So for example, again, if the vaccine was approved already by, for example, off the cuff, by Japan, by Canada, by the United States, by Korea, then it's good here in the Philippines too. And it applies to any medicine for that matter. Para wala nang delay na magamit pa ng Pilipino kasi pareho lang naman ng katawan natin, mas malaki lang yung katawan siguro nila eh. Pero pareho lang naman, mas maputi lang siguro sila kaysa sa atin eh. Pero pareho lang naman yung katawan natin eh. May puso tayo, may baga tayo, di ba? Kompleto. May utak, may limbs. So if it's good for them, why should it not be good for us as well? We're all Homo sapiens and human beings. And third, DOH should look at the best practices being done in various local government units because a lot of local government chiefs are doing actually a good job at keeping the pandemic numbers low. To cite an example, here in Sorsogon, I've always disagreed with the policy of DOH of keeping the names of patients anonymous. Here in Sorsogon, we name a COVID-positive patient. Pinapangalanan namin siya para maging kompleto yung contact tracing namin. Kasi madalas yung pasyente na nagpositibo, may nakakalimutan, sadyaman o hindi, na pinuntahan o pinanggalingan niyang lugar o taong nakausap o nakita niya. Pag pinangalanan namin siya, ang kusang loob na nagpapatest, nag-isolate at nagka-quarantine, aminin man niyang nakakontakt niya o hindi. So isa yan sa mga rason kung bakit na-minimize namin yung bilang dito. Ang pandemya para sa akin, a pandemic is not a beauty contest, it's not Miss Universe. Where you say candidate number 27 is 23 is 23 years old from barangay ganyan, municipality of ganyan. No, it's not. In fact, pag may girlfriend, yung isang taong may asawa o boyfriend, yung isang taong may asawa o hindi pa pinapayagan ng magulang magkaroon ng boyfriend o girlfriend, hindi niya aminin sa kahit sinong contact tracer na nagpunta siya, nakasama niya o kung sino man. Which makes it difficult. Which opens up the possibility of community transmission in any place.
What about your take on this issue that there are increasing numbers of healthcare workers who are resigning because others, they want a higher pay abroad and some are scared about their health too? It's been trending over the news then, Governor Chiz. What's your take on that one?
Well, simply because DOH did not give them the benefits due them. I don't know how they will explain the delay. Government appropriated money in Bahamian too to give them additional benefits, to make them feel important, to make them somehow compensated for their hard work. But I cannot explain, neither can I fathom why DOH delayed its release and up to now has not yet released it. But I appeal to our health workers. Alam ko, hindi maganda yung naging pagtrato ng pamahalaan sa inyo, pero sana sa panahon ng pandemya na kailangan kayo ng ating mga kababayan na magparaya na muna. At yan ang definisyon marahil, Rina, ng mga pagiging bayani nila. Tinuturing na natin ngayon na bayani ang lahat ng health workers. Bahagi ng pagiging bayani ang nagtatrabaho sa hindi gaanong kagandahang mga kalagayan. Bahagi ng pagiging bayani ang hirap na pinagdadaanan, kaya nga tinitingala sila bilang mga bayani. Kung madali lang kasi yun, edi hindi bayani ang tawag doon at hindi maalala yun. Kaya nga bayani ang tawag at turing sa kanila. Naunawaan at naintindihan namin ang pinagdadaanan nila, ang hirap, ang kawalan ng kasiguruhan, pero patuloy pa rin nilang ginagawa. Kaya sumasaludo ang marami sa ating mga kababayan, sa ating healthcare workers, sa barangay man o sa national level man.
If you were in Senate right now, Gov Chiz, what are the bills that you will prioritize?